Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
So I've got an Ahri game, let's go! Hello there and welcome back to my channel. And it's gonna be a good one, I promised it in my last video, and you know that I'm never gonna let you down. Anyway, this champion, I did not really understand at first. I remember a while ago I was playing her for like 2 or 3 games, and I really thought that her damage was too low, and I was not sure how can I be helpful to my team with Ahri. But everything changed when I tried out the Horizon focus, and I'm gonna come back to this topic in the gameplay part, because there is a lot to unravel. But for now, it's enough talking, let's just go into the game.
You are on the mirrored side of the map. The lanes are swapped. Welcome to Wild Rift. On my way.
Shall we?
Danger, danger. On my way. Minions have spawned.
So I know, this video is titled something like going god mode on Ahri, and the first thing I did is miss my charm horribly. It sometimes happens, okay? I really thought that I can predict the Lulu's movement, I thought she would go from the wall. I guess I was wrong and failed, but at least it was funny, I gave my ADC a good laugh, so there's that. Laning phase, I lane against Yone, and this is a very predictable champion. Almost every Yone player will just wait until level 3 and then try to get his full combo on you with his spirit state. And you can actually catch him with your charm when he's doing his wind dash knockup thingy. But yeah, it didn't happen this time unfortunately, because he was not going for his combo too often, and the one time he did, I actually messed it up, because I suck of course. Anyway, the first fight is happening, and that early on you really need some help from your jungler if you want to kill somebody. I got rid of like 50% of the Evelyn's health. She still managed to kill our Amumu, but I chased her down with my flash, and now I have my ultimate, so I can escape this Yone even with his flash. And I even tried to turn it around with my charm. I didn't hit it, it's fine, back to farming. Now I don't know what this Yone was going for. Most of the time the Yone player will start with their first ability and not their ultimate. But this one is special, I guess, so yeah, I was able to charm him, and he took 2 turret shots. There's no way he would survive that. So now I'll just shove the wave and try to gank the enemy top lane. There is a certain risk while going through the enemy scuttle ward. But I guess the enemy was not paying close attention to the minimap, so I was able to sneak past the enemy vision and predict the Vayne's movement and catch her out with my charm. Our ADC died as well, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. But it's fine, I have 3 kills and now I'm pretty much the strongest champion on the map, so I'll take it. So I'm just gonna do the same thing again. I will shove the wave and go to the top lane, try to get some kills. It didn't happen, but I got rid of the Vayne's flash, so it's fine. And the Evelyn is in the bot lane, so that's a Rift Herald for the Dragon trade. And with the fact that Jace is now dead, that means the enemy will have the free first turret. Unless the enemy jungler will mess up and put the Rift Herald somewhere in the mid lane or something. Which he actually did, so it's not over yet. We'll see who will have the first turret, and if you are wondering why the first turret is such a big deal, it basically just gives more gold than any other turret. That's it. And yeah, I'm kind of fed right now, so I can catch this Yone and get the kill for myself. So I'm gonna go to the top lane again, and the next thing I'm gonna say might be obvious, but some people don't know this. And that is, before you roam, just make sure that the enemy have no minions to push out your lane. Just shove the wave as fast as possible, so that the next minion wave will take some time to reach the mid lane. This time I decided to stay, because my lane opponent, aka Yone, actually followed up my gank, so yeah, I can stay and fight.
Enemy slain. Double kill. Enemy slain.
But then something wild happened, so we dived the enemy Lulu under her turret, and that's not something I originally planned, but then Nami hit her bubble, so that's a free charm hit for me. But now look at the damage number from the turret, it's increasingly going higher and higher, and the next shot is gonna be 500 damage, and I'm gonna be dead. But then it went down to 140, and I don't know why that's the case. My best guess is like when the turret dies, it loses its attack damage stats, so the last shot was not having the power of the turret, because the turret was not existent anymore. But yeah, it was like the first time that ever happened to me, so That was so interesting in my opinion.
Allies.
And then there is a team fight for the Rift Herald. No commentaries here, just a clean gameplay.
Double kill. You're legendary. Quadra kill. You're legendary.
So it's going pretty well. I have 10 kills, 0 deaths. But my internet just said, you know what, you need to tone it down a little bit. And yeah, I fixed the problem in like a minute. But that was annoying. Not much happened after that, just a few team fights here and there. But don't click off just yet. Let's talk Horizon Focus. So something you might not know about me is before I actually play the champions in ranked, I try every single item on them in practice tool. And I know, it may be inconsistent because the dummy have like 100 magic resist and 10,000 HP, so item like Leandris will show insane amount of damage, even though it will not do the same damage in real game. But still, it allows me to compare some items to one another, and while doing so I realized that the Horizon Focus deals more damage than everything except these 3 items. And one of them is bad against squishes, one of them is expensive, and another one is Infinity Orb. And while recording this right now, I realized that the Infinity Orb is probably better on Ahri as your second item than the Horizon Focus, but the Horizon Focus sits perfectly fine as your third item. But wait, where are you gonna put the Rabadons if not for your second or third item? This item is like essential for any magic champion, right? Well, no! The thing is, for 3400 gold, Rabadons just stacks you ability power, and of course it's good on magic champions, but only because magic champions, most of them, have good AP scaling. Like we have Fizz and Echo with 150% scaling on their ultimates, and then Nautilus with 90% on his hook. But if you look at Ahri, her scaling sucks ass. Like, her best scaling is on her charm, which is 50%, which is laughable. And that's why Ahri benefits more not from pure AP stacking, but from items with the alternative damage sources like Luden's Echo, like Leandris, like Horizon's Focus as well. And I feel like people are too afraid of using this item because they are overcomplicating the item's passive. And if you think that you need to be really far away from the enemy to proc the Horizon's passive, you don't. 500 units is really not much, it's about this area right here. And your basic engage combo, which is ult to the enemy and charm him, can immediately activate the Horizon's passive. And your full combo without the ultimate can even proc it twice. Now remember when I told you that the Horizon Focus can outdamage pretty much any item, except for these 3? Well, I was talking about proccing its passive once. If you'll manage to proc it twice, you will get more damage than from Void Staff, Rabadons, and Infinity Orb. And don't forget, I'm talking about the Horizon Focus as your second item, not the full build. So yeah, I feel like people are sleeping on this item. I feel like it's really good. Like, it also gives you a little bit of health and ability haste. What's not to like? So yeah, thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you in the next one. And before you leave, just remember that everything that I've said, you should take with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that Horizon Focus as your second item is objectively better than Rabadon's. I feel like everyone should play the game as they want. Like, I'm playing Nunu in the mid lane. Who am I to judge someone, right? That being said, just please don't be toxic in the comments and keep the good atmosphere. Instead, tell me some suggestions on the champions to play, because I don't have the next video ready yet. So yeah, until the next time, thank you all for watching, and bye!